Hello my dear children, welcome to Learner's Planet. Children, in the previous session we studied about food groups, carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Now in this session we will study about vitamins and minerals, roughage, water, junk food and balanced diet. So let's study with this interesting session 2 about food. So the first food group we are going to study in this session, they are vitamins and minerals. Children, our body needs some food for protecting us from diseases and also to keep us fit and healthy, right? So what are actually vitamins? Yes, the food rich in vitamins and minerals is called protective food. Why they are protective food? They are called as protective food because they protect us from diseases and they keep us fit and healthy. So they are called as protective food. Children, do you remember what kind of food is energy giving food? We studied in the previous session. Yes. Food rich in carbohydrates is called energy giving food, and the food rich in proteins is called body building food, and the food rich in vitamins and minerals is called protective food. Okay children? So children, food such as milk, fresh fruits and vegetables, liver, eggs, etc. are rich in vitamins and minerals. So you can see in the picture, this is a picture of many fruits and vegetables, and this is a picture of meat, right? So all these fruits and vegetables, liver, meat, milk, eggs are rich in vitamins and minerals because all these types of food protect us from diseases and they keep us healthy and fit. So we will see some examples of minerals now. So what are some examples of minerals? They are calcium, sodium, iron, iodine and sulfur. So now let's study about each of them in detail. So children, what is calcium? Calcium is a type of mineral which helps in the formation of our bones and teeth. So children, calcium is very important mineral for our body because they help in the formation of bones and teeth. So let's see some examples of calcium rich foods. The calcium rich foods are milk, curd, almonds and paneer. These all kinds of foods are rich in calcium. So if we will eat these all kind of foods, then they will form our bones and will make our teeth strong. So calcium is a very important mineral for our body. Now let's see about other minerals. Yes children, milk is rich in calcium and other minerals, vitamins, proteins, and has fat too. This is the importance of milk. Children, do you know why does your mother serves you milk every day? Why your mother scolds you when you don't drink your milk? Why? Because she knows that milk is rich in calcium and it will make your teeth and your bones strong. So she gives milk every day. Hence, drinking milk is very important. Right? This is a very good boy because he is drinking milk every day. So children, drink milk every day. Your mother is right. Okay? She gives you milk and you have to drink it. It is very important. Right? It will make you very strong. Okay? Children, the next type of mineral is iron. Iron is needed to form our blood. So, this is a picture of our blood. Blood is red in color. Why it is red in color? Because there is a mineral present in our blood which is called as iron. So there are some iron rich foods which we should eat. For example, spinach, green leafy vegetables, beetroot, apples and carrots. So all such foods are iron rich foods and we should eat iron rich foods because iron is needed to form our blood, and lack of iron in our body causes a disease called as anemia. So children, if there will be a lack of iron in your body, it will cause anemia. So we will have to consume iron rich foods. Iron rich foods are very important for our body. So children, always eat iron rich foods. Now let's study about the other food group which is called roughage. So what is actually a roughage? Yes, when we eat foods such as wheat, barley, rice, oat. So when we eat foods such as cereals, wheat, rice, barley, oat are cereals. And when we eat fresh vegetables, fruits and salads, some part of it cannot be digested. Right? We can see that some of the part cannot be digested. So what we will do if it cannot be digested? Yes, the part of food that cannot be digested is called roughage. It helps to remove waste material out of our body. So this kind of food group, that is roughage, is very, very important for our body. Why? Because it helps to remove the waste material out of our body. So, roughage is very, very important. So, what is roughage? Yes, the part of food that cannot be digested is called roughage. Have you got it? Is it clear? Okay, let's move on. Now, the last group is water. Children, you must be knowing that water is a very important part of our diet. Our body needs it for all its functions. Right? So, always remember that most of our foods contain water, and 3/4 of our body weight is water. Right? So, water is very important part of our diet. So, we should drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. So, children, always remember that you should drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. It is very important for our body to carry out all the functions. Now, let's see about other food group. Let's learn about other food group. That is junk food. Children, this might be the favorite food group of yours, right? You all must be loving junk food, right? So what is actually junk food? Yes, some foodstuffs, although tasty, are unhealthy for us, right? So we call them as junk food. So, the food that is unhealthy for our body is called junk food. But they seem to be very tasty. For example, pizza and burger, right? Cold drink, popcorn, burger, pizza, cake, chips, French fries. All these kinds of food are very tasty, right? It seems very tasty. We don't like chapati and dal and rice and vegetables, right? Our mother scolds that why do we eat so much of junk food, right? But she is correct. We should not eat junk food. Although they are tasty, but they are very unhealthy for us, right? So we should eat green leafy vegetables and fruits. They are very healthy for us. Although it doesn't seem tasty to you, then also eat fruits and vegetables. But avoid and don't eat junk food. Okay? Why do we not eat junk food? Why should we not eat junk food? Because they contain too much of fat or sugar. And eating a lot of junk food can make us put on extra weight. Right? So you will be unhealthy. Your body will be not in a proper state. Right? And always remember that you should keep your body healthy and fit. and for keeping your body healthy and fit, what will you do? Yes, you will have to eat calcium-rich foods, iron-rich foods, energy-giving foods and body-building foods such as proteins, vitamins and minerals, carbohydrates, right? But do not eat junk food because it will make our body unhealthy. So, children, the kind of food that we eat is called our diet, right? Whether we eat junk food or energy-giving food or bodybuilding food. So whatever kind of food that we eat is called our diet. Now, let's study about balanced diet. So what is balanced diet? Yes, a diet which has food items from all the food groups such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, roughage and water and junk food, right? Do not include junk food. Okay. So all such food groups, if we eat them in the right amount, is called a balanced diet. Right? So a balanced diet must also contain roughage and water. Children, you remember? The part of food that cannot be digested is called roughage. So, our balanced diet must also contain roughage and water. So, here are some of the food items of a balanced diet. For example, fruits and vegetables, then energy-giving foods, then body-building foods, like proteins, carbohydrates, then drinking juice of various fruits like apples, orange, then eating fruits like banana, guava, pear, chiku, right? So all such food items are the food items of a balanced diet. So, to be in a good health, we should eat at least one food item from each food group. Alright? So, always remember that we should eat at least one food item from each food group. What are the food groups? They are carbohydrates, proteins, minerals, vitamins, fats, roughage and water. Right? Okay. So, we are done with all the food groups. Now, something interesting is going to come. That is preservation of food. So now let's study about preservation of food. So what is actually preservation of food? Yes, let's see an interesting example. Children, have you noticed what happens when you leave apple slices outside? What happens? Yes, when food is exposed to air and moisture, germs begin to grow on it. So, this is a picture of germs. These germs attack the open food, and these germs are bad for us. So we should never eat uncovered food. Always cover the food and eat the covered food. Do not expose the food to air and moisture. Otherwise, germs will begin to grow on it. Right? So now, let's see some important steps or some important ways with which we can protect or preserve our food. Right? So there are some ways through which we can protect or preserve our food, and these are drying the food. Drying the food means dehydrating the food. For example, drying grapes to get resins from it. Right? So we eat raisins. So where do we get these raisins? Yes, we get raisins from the drying grapes, because we dry the food first, and when we dry it, we get other type of food from the drying food. Right? The next one is pickling. So what is pickling? You must have seen your mother preparing mango, lime or vegetable pickles. Right? So this is also a type, or this is also a way to protect or preserve the food, and this is called as pickling of food. The third way is refrigerating. Right? You must have seen your mother keeping the food in the fridge. Why she keeps the food, the extra food in the fridge? Because to preserve it. Right? The germs will not grow in the fridge, in the refrigerator. So, refrigerating is keeping the food in the fridge to preserve it for a short while. Right? So, this is also a very good method or very good way to protect or preserve food. The next one is deep freezing. So what is deep freezing? Yes, keeping the food in the freezer to preserve it for a longer time. For example, fish, meat, chicken, all such foods are kept in the deep freezing because we have to preserve it for a longer time. Right? And the last one is canning and bottling. Right? You must have seen the sauces bottle, jams bottle. Right? So this is also a very good way to protect or preserve sauces, jams, etc. So this process is called canning and bottling. Right? You must have seen the cold drinks and the tin or the cans, cold drink cans. Right? So this is the process of canning and bottling to protect or preserve the food. Alright children, now let's see the last topic of this session, which is need for exercise. So why do we need to exercise? Yes, we need to exercise because exercise helps our body to work well, and exercise keeps our body fit and healthy. It also makes our muscles strong. So children, regular exercise also keeps us happy and active, but lack of exercise makes us tired and overweight. So you can see in the picture, this is a person or this is a man doing regular exercise. So see a smile on his face. You can see that he is so happy and active, right? But this is a very bad person because he is not doing exercise regularly. So the lack of exercise makes us tired and overweight, right? So this person is also tired and overweight. So always remember that to be happy and active, you should always do regular exercise, either by walking or by running or by playing or by working. Alright children? So I hope that you are all clear with this chapter. So this was the session 2 about food, and we studied about the importance of food, right? So we will meet in the next session. Till then, keep learning, keep exercising. Bye bye children.